So guys, Billy Joe Saunders gets stopped, TKO, round 9, gets hit, which looks like with a right hook-ish type of shot, or it's kind of right hook, kind of like right, maybe even an uppercut, to Billy Joe Saunders' right eye, breaks his orbital bone. Billy Joe Saunders goes back to his corner. Mark Tibbs waves it off. You could see Billy Joe Saunders' eye closing. You could close in. Black. Just couldn't see out of it. And what we're hearing, it was broken. Canelo said he basically knew when he threw that punch and it connected that he broke his eye socket. I had Billy Joe Saunders only winning 2 rounds out of the 8. Billy Joe boxed well. I would say that the body shots that Canelo was getting him with was quite relentless. Billy Joe didn't really adjust as well to those. But then, he had a good first round, and he had a good 6th round where he did try to switch it up and then started to attack Canelo to the body. But it just wasn't good enough, I'm afraid. Canelo, he doesn't waste shots, like I said. I predicted it to go to point UD. I'll put up the predictions that I had separately on here so you can look back at what my guests came through and said. I'm really disappointed because Billy Joe Saunders, the whole Gypsy Way thing, I thought, I haven't sustained that injury, guys, but I thought, with another 3.5 rounds to go, he could possibly... Like I said, I haven't had that injury. I'm just going by, it's the Gypsy Way talk. I never had Billy Joe Saunders winning, but, he gave a good enough account of himself that he shouldn't feel bad, but, when you're on the stool and Mark Tibbs waves it off, doesn't look that great, but... it's your eye at the end of the day, and you want to be able to see. Mark Tibbs, you keep having... You've got a kid now with a orbital eye injury, and now you've got another one. This is going to make Billy Joe Saunders quite fragile. It was sad that Billy Joe Saunders didn't have us Brits behind him physically there. But unfortunately, Canelo takes his belt. Billy Joe Saunders is now no longer undefeated, and... Billy Joe has lost his O. So, there we have it. Billy Joe Saunders loses to Canelo Alvarez. Technicalities, I could go on, but I'm sure you guys will actually see the fight. Those didn't tap in tonight or this morning. Sun's coming up here. Billy Joe's footwork was great at first. He's always on his feet, was on his lead foot on the outside. But then I started to notice that Canelo got his foot on the outside. The southpaw stance, like I said Billy Joe Saunders would probably take the first 3 or 4 rounds and then Canelo would adjust. But Canelo adjusted immediately after the first round and kept on adjusting and kept on improving. Canelo doesn't waste shots, mate. And the accuracy of Billy Joe Saunders just wasn't there, where the accuracy with the punches landed with Canelo Alvarez ended up in devastation. And he landed his punches. But hey girlies, Lady Shan, nonetheless, come box with Shan. Gone. Rah.